Hello everyone, my name is mandilynn. I am the author of the young adult novel Essence, and today I'm going to do a video that I've been extremely excited to do. So I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this, but there's this project called Before I Die, I Want to ... It's by Candy Chang, and she actually has a book on it and tells the whole story behind it. But basically, she made like a sort of chalkboard mural one day and put the words "Before I die, I want to," and then left a blank space for people to write in whatever they wanted. And people started doing that. They started writing what they wanted to do before they died, and it was sort of like a bucket list sort of thing. I actually stumbled across one at the beach one day, so naturally I put in "Before I die, I want to write a bestseller." And now there's another YouTuber, her name is Lisa Marie, and she is from the channel Paper and Glam. She does sort of life videos and organization, and she has a book club video. And me being me, I was bored and was stalking her website one day and found that she had a life list. And on her website, she has a list of all these things she wants to do before she dies, stuff like that. And it's sort of like the same sort of thing, except it's a whole list instead of just one thing. And what happened was that every time she accomplished something, she would put a picture, cross it off, and she has this amazing list going. And I actually emailed her and asked her if I could do the same sort of thing for my channel, and that's what I'm doing today. My list is the list of things that I want to do before I die, but before I move into that list, I'm going to tell you guys that I'll link Lisa Marie's channel below if you want to check it out, because it is awesome. So check her channel out, and I'll also link down below on my website. I posted my life list, so you can check it out there. There's going to be pictures of things that I've accomplished so far, and then a blank spot for the things that I haven't done yet. But I'm going to go through my life list right now because I had to write it all down. But again, it's all written on my website. But me, naturally being me, the first thing on my list is to publish a New York Times bestseller. Sadly, I've not accomplished that yet, but I am only 18, so I have many years to accomplish that. The next thing I have on my list is to write a novel. And I'm very happy to say this is something I have accomplished. This is my first novel, Essence. My second novel, I Am Mercy, is in the process of being published. And yeah. Next up on my list was to graduate high school. You would think this wouldn't be a hard thing to do, but when you're stressed, it can be very hard. But those are me and my friends, and we made a silly posing picture for that. Next on my list is to sign a book contract. This means I want to be traditionally published someday. Right now I am self-published, but one day I'm going to sign that book contract and I get to cross this off my life list. Next I want to do is travel to London, England. Not really for a specific reason, but just because I think it'd be really cool. I also want to travel to Marseille, France. Now this I actually have a specific reason, because my second novel, I Am Mercy, for the most part takes place in Marseille, France, and I really hope I'm saying that right. But I think it'd be awesome to visit the place that my book is based off of, so that would be fun. And I also want to graduate college. Now this could be a little more difficult thing because I'm very stubborn when it comes to college, and I don't always enjoy it. But me being the nerd I am, I do enjoy it sometimes, and then other times I hate it. But I feel like that's every college student. And I also want to work in a salon, and I'm actually doing that right now. I just recently got a job at a salon, and I get to cut hair all day, and I love it. And I want to learn how to play ukulele, guitar, and piano. Lucky for me, I've already done 2 of the 3. I've learned ukulele, learned guitar, and I'm in the process of piano, and it's a love-hate relationship right now. I want to complete a century bike ride. Now, for those of you who don't know what that is a 100-mile bike ride in one day. The most I have done on a bike ride, I believe, was like 65 miles, and that really hurt. So 100 miles, I don't know My dad did it last year without me because I was in college, and I don't know if he's doing it again this year, but maybe I'll be able to tag along. I also want to do a color run, but guess what? I actually got to do a color run, and this is a picture, and it was awesome, and I want to do it again, but if you've never done a color run, definitely do it. And I want to complete a half marathon. Why? Because I'm crazy. But I actually signed myself up for a half marathon. I believe it's in April, and there's 4 feet of snow outside my window right now, so I was kind of screwed over, and I can't really train right now. So I got a gym membership, and I'm running on a treadmill. And I also am the crazy one that wants to complete a full marathon, but I am not going to do that for a few more years, probably, because I'm not that, like, insane. I want to do a triathlon, and I was lucky because last year I actually got to do a triathlon. I had been training for quite a while. I had been wanting to do it for about 3 years, and then finally I was the correct age to actually sign up and do it. And I learned the hard way that a half-mile swim is a lot longer than you think it is, but I kicked butt when it came to the bike ride and then to the running, and then I was so exhausted, but they give you free food, so it's okay. I want to have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Will I get there? Gosh darn it, I hope so. Will I get more than 100,000? I really hope so. But I figured I would start there. Right now I have almost 3,000, so we'll get there eventually, right? I want to be interviewed for TV, and I actually very recently was lucky enough to be interviewed for a local television show. I should be getting the DVD in the mail, and when I do, I will show you guys because, oh my gosh, it was so much fun. I want to be interviewed on the radio. That's something that I've been telling myself I need to work on, but then I always chicken out and refuse to make the phone call to arrange everything, so I don't really know. I have to work on that. I want to be featured in a magazine. It doesn't really matter which one, just anyone. And then also featured in a newspaper, but this, however, I've already accomplished. I have actually been featured in a few different newspapers. The first time was for a workshop I hosted at a local library. Then the second time I was interviewed at my school, and I was in about 4 different newspapers. That was fun. I was like front page 4 different times for 4 newspapers, and it was great. And I even got, like, excused out of class to get interviewed. It was awesome. I want to travel for speaking engagements and book signings across the U.S. That is literally, like, my dream job, just to go from high school to high school or middle school to middle school, just talking about what I do, because I love doing speaking engagement and it makes me really happy, and everyone else seems to like when I do speaking engagements because they're like, oh, that's so inspirational. I'm like, thanks, and stuff like that. I want to have an international book tour. I think that's like my biggest dream, to not only travel across the U.S. to do book signings, but to go outside of the country, because to know that my book has reached people outside of the U.S., that would be so cool, and to have a line of people wanting me to sign their book, I think that would just be a dream. Will I accomplish it someday? I don't know, but I think I'm going to shoot for it because I don't see any reason to at least not try. I want to move out. And I know my mom's watching this and she'll be like, why do you want to move out? But you know, as any child or teenager, you want to someday move out of your parents' house. And you know, I want to do that eventually. Whether I have a roommate or not, I don't know. But I want to be independent someday. I want to have a dog I can call my very own. My parents know I would rather it be a husky than anything else, but those are also very high maintenance dogs, so I don't know. Someday I would like to hike to the top of Mount Washington. That's in New Hampshire, for anyone who's not aware. I believe it might be the highest point in the U.S. I'm not really completely sure. Don't take my word for that. But, I feel like that's a very ambitious goal compared to everything else. I don't know why, because you'd think it'd be very simple and easy, but that's like a multiple day trip where you have to like camp on the mountain, and I'm not sure if I'm up for that, but I would like to try it someday. Will I accomplish it? I don't know, but A for effort. I would like to marry the love of my life, and I'm not gonna go into that because that's mushy-gushy, but you know, I believe that's something everybody would want. And last but not least, I want to have my own personal library, and I'd like to say that's something I am in the process of doing right now. I have 2 bookshelves, and they're kind of getting crowded, but I would like to, hopefully when I have my own house, have a room that is just like a little library with a desk where I can do all my writing. That is my dream. Anyways, so that was my life list. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing me ramble on about it. Of course, visit the link down below because I'll have a whole bunch more pictures that you guys can look at. If you guys want to start your own life list, go ahead. It's a blast and it helps you maybe get your goals down for what you want to do in your life. And if you want to tell me what you want to accomplish before you die, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe.